Thanks for listening, guys. And I'm building a game. It's like I don't know, it's like a trivia type game. I don't know if it's something you're interested in. I'll make sure and have the link in the show notes so you can check it out. But thanks for following along. Appreciate you.
Empires don't die when enemies break them. They die when the throne goes empty. And I apologize, I have a cold. You might be able to tell. It's 1241. The great Khan is dead. Ögedei drinks himself into the grave. The storm loses its eye. Subutai turns his horse and armies around. Batu reigns in the apocalypse. And every wolf in the family circles the table. This is part 6. The split after Ögedei. When the world's strongest and largest, most continuous land empire started tearing itself apart. Hungary, broken at Mohi. Poland, gutted at Legnica. Vienna is a door on weak hinges. Rome, a few days away. Paris, they're praying. Subutai has the roads mapped, the rivers measured, the winter timetables carved into his skull. The next wave is already moving. Then, a rider from the steppe, a summons, an order that rewrites history. Stop. Turn back. Come home. The great Khan is dead. No Khan, no war. That's it. It wasn't a miracle. It was cirrhosis of the liver. Casualty math of the non-battle. Armies halted mid-stride. Bleed supplies instead of cities. Tens of thousands of horses die on long winter returns. Europe lives because a liver failed in Karakorum. And somewhere in the quiet, Subutai obeys. And history loses him to the fog. The kurultai is supposed to be sacred. Princes gathered under the eternal blue sky, choosing the next Khan. However, this one, it was a funeral filled with daggers. Töregene Khatun, Ögedei's widow, grabs the regency with iron hands, replaces ministers, buys loyalty, plans her son's coronation. Güyük, Ögedei's son, he wants the throne by blood and by right. Batu Khan, breaker of Europe, controller of the far west, older in rank, rich in victories, not interested in bowing. Chagatai's line, hungry for their share. Toluai's sons, Möngke, Kublai, Erik Bokke, watching like wolves at the tree line. This is no ceremony. This is positioning. There's purges, poison, and prayer to Tengri in the same breath. 1246. Güyük is crowned. The drums are loud enough to drown the rumors. Barely. Batu does not attend. Two suns in the same sky. They can't both rise. Güyük sends orders west, shuffles allies, flexes muscle. Then he rides. 1247 to 1248. Officially to renew the European campaign. Unofficially, to force Batu to bend the knee. Batu feels the ground shake. He has warning. From the most dangerous ally no one sees coming. Sorghaghtani Beki, Toluai's widow, mother of Möngke and Kublai. She whispers through the steppe grass. Güyük's march isn't about Europe. It's about you. Batu advances east. Armies, like snakes, moving toward each other. The meeting place? Samarkand. Casualty projections? If they would have clashed, 20 to 40,000 Mongols dead. The same men who cut down Poland and Hungary. And then, Güyük dies. Illness, poison, heaven's judgment. No battle, not today. But the empire's spine has been broken. The regency falls to Ögedei Khan after Güyük. He had a weak court, strong shamans, bad reeds. Batu plays kingmaker. He won't be great Khan. He picks a partner instead, Möngke, Sorghaghtani's eldest. He was sober, calm, and competent. 1250 to 1251. Two-stage coronation. First, Alekwamak, Batu's turf. The Kerulen in Mongolia. At the feast, princes arrive late. A lost camel wanders where it shouldn't, and Möngke's guards follow and see the truth. Möngke answers with the axe of heaven. Ögedei Khan, tried for treason and witchcraft, offered a noble death. Ögedei, Güyük's general, executed. Chagatai's grandson, Buri, Batu's old grudge, dead. Survivors exiled. The tree is pruned. The trunk is Toluai now. It's called the Toluai Revolution because that's what it was, a reset by fire. Möngke is the last great Khan whose voice carries from the Pacific to the Black Sea. He cleans house, fights corruption, runs a census, keeps the Yasa sharp. He points his brothers like spears. Kublai to China. 1253. Dali falls with minimal blood. Chinese advisors everywhere. He builds Kaiping, Xanadu. There's tension. The nobles whisper he's getting soft. Möngke audits him in 1257. He purges a few, then sends him back to war. Brothers, but different. Hulagu to Persia and Iraq. Crushes the assassins in 1256. Destroys Baghdad in 1258. The caliph is executed. House of Wisdom erased. Somewhere on the Volga, Ögedei Khan, Batu's brother, a converted Muslim, learns the news and allegedly whispers. Unity on paper. Fault lines everywhere you look. By the mid-1250s, you can see it. Not one empire. 4 khanates with the same last name. The Golden Horde, Jochi in the west. Batu builds Sarai on the Volga, taxes the Rus, skims the Black Sea trade with the Genoese. After Batu, Berke, from 1257 to 1266. He goes Muslim, looks south at Hulagu with fury. The administration? Mongol derogati in cities. Russian princes made tribute. The Mongols Turkify, speak Kipchak, stay nomad at heart. The Ilkhanate, Toluai, Persia. Hulagu crowns himself in ashes. Capital at Maraga, then Tabriz. The west is halted by Ain Jalut in 1260. The Mamelukes stop the thunder. Later, Gazan converts, 1295. For now. An eclectic faith. Persian bureaucracy. Rashid al-Din is rising. The Chagatai Khanate, Central Asia. A buffer and a blade. Installed, uninstalled, reinstalled. Alghu, Kuala Hurugu, so on and so forth. The new power, Kaidu, the grandson of Ögedei. He gathers the disaffected, makes the middle his war base. They're starting to turn Turkic, Islam later. Identity, steppe first. And Yuan, Subutai, east. Kublai will go full emperor. Dadu, Beijing. Ministries, Confucian clerks, Tibetan lamas. Mongol aristocracy, still on top. Nominally, Great Khan. The West treats him like a distant cousin, with nice stationery. Let's count what the empty throne cost before the civil wars even start. Succession skirmishes and purges, from the 1240s to the early 1250s. 10,000 to 20,000 Mongol warriors dead in duels, ambushes, assassinations, and punitive raids. The aborted Europe drive, tens of thousands of horses lost, supply chains burned, elite units worn down. Civilian toll during the split, tens of thousands in Central Asia and the Rus borderlands. Villages torched, left and right. The blood that would have drowned Vienna went back into the sand. The politics make sense, only if you breathe the same air that the Mongols do. Tengri isn't a metaphor. Eternal blue sky is mandate. Victory equals heaven's favor. Sudden death is heaven's veto. The shamans beat drums, burn scapulae, read the cracks for war and weather. Bones say brother will kill brother, and the men believe. The spirit banner, yak tails in the wind. It holds a Khan's soul. Burial is sacred and secret. Genghis lies where only the mountains know. Spill royal blood, break a taboo. Möngke does both. Succession custom is a game of justified exceptions. Only the Altın Uruk, the golden lineage, can wear the crown. Within it, merit, consensus, manipulation. Everyone quotes Genghis when it helps, forgets him when it doesn't. Ögedei's house says continuity. Todawai says youngest son's hearth-law. Jochi says seniority. Tengri nods to whoever brings the bigger army and the cleaner omen. In 1259, Möngke dies in the Sichuan mountains. Illness, heat, attrition. The empire's last great Khan fades away. Two brothers crown themselves Khan. Kublai at Kaiping, Erik Boke at Karakorum. Two Khans, one sky. 4 years of war to decide which truth counts. That's part 7. Blood in the dust. But the split we're inside now made it inevitable. As the East tears, the West ignites. Ögedei Khan, Golden Horde, Muslims now. They see Hulagu's Baghdad as blasphemy. In 1262, they meet in the Caucasus. At the Töregene River, winter moves in. The retreat turns to drowning. Thousands die. The casualties in the Berka vs. Hulagu campaign, 20 to 30,000 dead. Mongols killing Mongols. First, it was open khanate on khanate war.
Now when I say wolves at the table, let me introduce you to some of them. We have Töregene Khatun. She governs. She's a political talent. And she's ruthless. Her overreach makes enemies she can't count. Güyük, severe, cold-hearted, built for empire. He dies at the hinge of history. Batu, senior by presence, a realist by trade, chooses kingmaker over crown. Sorghaghtani Beki, the quiet architect, mother of emperors. Möngke, the last voice anyone hears. He dies on campaign. Kublai, big sky, bigger cities. Learns from China without forgetting the steppe, until his cousins say he did. Erik Boke holds Karakorum, holds the spirit banner, holds the memory of the old way. Hulagu, Ilkhan by fire, burns Baghdad, breaks the old world. Berke, first Muslim Khan, conscience for the cavalry, turns the family feud into a holy war. Haidu, the ghost of Ögedei's line that refused to die, turns the Chagatai Ulus into a spear aimed at Yuan's throat for decades. And here's the part that fucking rots me from the inside. They had it. Silk Road humming. Plenty of fucking tribute. They had siege weapons that would annihilate cities. A chance to wire the world 5 centuries early. And they pissed it away on fucking bickering. Tell me you don't recognize the pattern. Modern superpowers do the same fucking shit. The Mongols didn't need a rival to end them. They were their own rival. Empires don't get murdered. They suicide on schedule. The pre-Civil War losses between 1241 and 1259, all the purges and secession violence, 10 to 20,000 Mongol elites, horses and logistics attrition from halted European campaign, massive, tens of thousands of horses, civilian famine and tribute conflict in Rus and Central Asia, tens of thousands dead. Berke and Hulagu, 1262, and allied clashes, 20 to 30,000 dead. Kublai and Erik, 1260 to 1264, 50,000 plus dead. By the time the Civil War starts kicking off, the empire had already bled out an entire generation. Möngke's death is the guillotine in slow motion. 2 great Khans crowned under one sky cannot stand. Chagatai becomes a live wire. Kaidu sharpens. Golden Horde and the Ilkhanate make war a family sport. Yuan grows palaces and problems. The Great Khan becomes a regional title with delusions of grandeur. From here, battles of Shimala-Utu, Talas, Terek, sieges and starvations, brothers drinking out of the same poisoned well. The Mongol world learned the taste of its own blood. Ögedei's breath left his body, and the empire lost its center. Batu turned back. Subutai disappeared into the smoke. The kurultai became a courtroom, then a battlefield, then a grave. 4 wolves wear the same surname. 4 winds carry the same dust. 4 empires pretend there's still one. Next time, the pretending ends. The knives that were hid under silk find throats, and the rivers turn red with blood.
I'm Cohen. This is part 6 of our Mongol nightmare. The table is set, the wolves are hungry, and the feast has begun. I'd like to take a brief moment of silence for the children that were massacred at the Annunciation School in Minneapolis. This shit's gotta stop. I don't know how, but it needs to fucking stop. When America is known for school shootings and nothing else, that's a fucking problem. And if you don't think it is, then you're the issue.